guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a very exciting collaboration video with some of my really good friends here on YouTube. So this is a group collaboration with my friend Betsy, Heather, Britt Clark, Katie Marie, and Leora. So I'm just going to flash their pictures on the screen. I will link all of their channels as well as their videos down in the description box in case you guys are interested in checking them out. Now, I have collabed with pretty much everyone except Betsy, so I'm very excited. I found Betsy's channel actually in my comment section. She had commented on some of my videos, and I was so excited. I went and checked out her channel, and she has the most amazing eyeshadow palette collection, and now I see her all the time in people's live videos and in my comments and her videos. So she has been a really good friend, and I'm just so excited that she came up with this idea and asked all of us gals to collab with her. So the video today is basically about a shade in an eyeshadow palette that kind of convinced us to buy said eyeshadow palette. So some of you might not be familiar with this phenomenon, but I definitely am. There are so many palettes I've purchased where I've seen one color and I'm like, ooh, that color really like puts me over the edge to purchase palettes. So I'm going to talk about 10 eyeshadow palettes and 10 shades that really convinced me that I needed that palette in my life. So if you are interested in seeing what shadows I picked, just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube, and I do upload quite often, so I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel to keep up with future uploads. So yeah, if you've never checked out my channel before, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over. So you guys are probably really curious to see what I picked, so without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to save some of the more exciting ones to the end, but let's start off with this guy. This is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette, one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes. This is like my second favorite Natasha Denona palette. So, one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes, and I don't think I picked this one up right when it launched. I wasn't always a Natasha Denona stan. I had definitely some bad luck with her palettes in the start, so I wasn't on her train as much as I am now. I definitely tend to buy her palettes more often now. So the shade in here that really like pushed me over the edge to buy this palette is, I'm sure none of you guys are going to be surprised, but it's Lime Chrome. It's the most beautiful like red green duochrome shade ever. It's so stunning. I don't even know if the camera is going to pick it up, but this looks so beautiful on my lid, or you could even pop it on as an inner corner highlight. But it's absolutely stunning, and yeah, that is the shade in the Natasha Denona Gold palette that made me just like be like, here, take my card, give it to me now. Okay, the next palette is also another one I didn't buy right away. It was one that I like waited on, and then I purchased it because of this shade called Blue Diamond. Now this is the Manny MUA Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dreams palette, and it has this really beautiful packaging. It has a really beautiful color story. I think this color story is definitely more like spring, summertime. But man, oh man, this is such a beautiful iridescent, like pinky blue shadow. I know so many people were raving about this. This is like one of the first iridescent shadows that we saw like in a mainstream kind of Sephora-esque brand. So I snatched that palette up as quick as I could during one of the Sephora sales. And this is such a beautiful palette. So if you are considering picking this up, I would highly recommend. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys a holiday launch. This is kind of an older palette. I don't know if this is available for purchase anymore, but the shade that really threw me over the edge when it came to the Pat McGrath holiday palette. This is her Mothership Sublime Bronze Temptation palette, and this palette has the most beautiful red duochrome shade. It has like a brown red flip to it, and let me swatch it right here. Oh my god, this color is so pretty and just like so perfect for fall. It goes from like a red to a bronze to almost like a yellow shade. So that is the shade in the Pat McGrath Bronze Temptation palette that made me buy this palette. Okay, the next palette is the Juvia's Place Walhalla palette, and this palette has a beautiful duochrome shade right up here. It's called Power, and you guys will see a pattern emerge. I am a sucker for like a purpley, green, blue, teal flip shadow, so of course I had to snag this palette for this beautiful duochrome shade, and it's stunning. There's another duochrome in this Walhalla palette that's gorgeous, and I would honestly recommend this. I know they have a hard time keeping this one in stock for good reason. It's such a fun, colorful palette. It really has the best of Juvia's Place in my opinion, so this shade Power definitely convinced me to grab this palette. Okay, the next palette is kind of an oldie but a goodie. This is the Through My Eyes palette by ColourPop, and I love Sarah E. And ColourPop does not do a lot of green eyeshadow, so this green shade, when I saw it, I was like, I need that boring neutral palette just for this beautiful Emerald Dream shade. You guys know I'm such a sucker for green eyeshadow, so oh, that's so pretty. Look at that color. It's so pretty. It's just like the perfect green, like green, so very easy one for me. I definitely picked this very boring palette up for that green shade. I really did. Next one is another green palette. This is the Smoke Sessions palette. I think this one too, I didn't pick it up right away because I wasn't sure about Melt's formula, but the shade Sweet Tooth, oh my goodness, this is like my favorite color, just like a nice green, and it looks almost exactly the same as the ColourPop one. Are we surprised? So I did pick this up for that beautiful green shade, and then there's so many other gorgeous greens in the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Session palette. So if you guys have like a low-key green obsession, I would say this is the palette to go for, is the Smoke Sessions. I really love mine. My original one is puffing out of the pan, so I bought this one when they had a good sale on it. Let's stick with the green theme. So the Makeup by Mario palette, this one I definitely bought for a shade in this palette. I'm sure if you guys are keeping up, you'd guess it was this beautiful, oh, it's so pretty. It's like a beautiful teal green. It's more like a dark one, but oh my goodness, that's such a pretty shade. It's so smoky and stunning. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So yeah, picked this palette up for that green shade. That's the one that really like drew me in right away when I was looking at the Makeup by Mario stuff to purchase. Okay guys, another one of my favorite palettes from 2020. This is the Amrezy palette. Can you guys guess which shade sucked me in? If you guys know me, you would know it was Leo. Even though I love Barb, Barb is such a beautiful shade, I'm such a sucker for a beautiful blue eyeshadow, so this is the one that got me Leo. So pretty. So pretty and sparkly. Da 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 da. Okay, the next palette, the Ice Cream palette from Glamlite. You guys know it was birthday cake, right? You guys know it was birthday cake. Are you kidding me? Look at it. It's like the stunning green with a beautiful like golden sheen to it. So of course I was obsessed with it, and I had to buy it for that beautiful shade because I wanted to throw it all over my lid. Such a gorgeous color. Love it so, so much. So that is my shade from the Ice Cream palette that really like sucked me in. Last but certainly not least is the Book of Magic palette from Beauty Bay. I feel like you guys can guess which shade sucked me in on this palette, and it is the shade Spell. Oh my goodness, this color. Are we surprised? Like, look at my arm. Oh. It's so freaking beautiful. Look at it. Just look at it. Oh my gosh, my arm. I'm obsessed. So that is Spell from Beauty Bay's Book of Magic palette. Such a gorgeous shade. I love a good green eyeshadow, so that's the color that pulled me in. And I was like, as soon as I saw the palette reveal, I was like, okay, I need that green color. So really, that's what like pushed me over the edge. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Should be a short and sweet one to watch. let me know down in the comments what your favorite shade or what shade like drew you in from one of your palettes that you love. Like which one really like pushed you over the edge to buy the palette. You guys know I love chatting to you in my comment section. Like I said, this video is a collaboration with Katie Marie, Heather Austin, Britt Clark, Betsy, as well as Leora. So I will link all of their channels down in my description box. Please go ahead, check them out, tell them I said hey, and I will see you guys in my next video soon. Bye!